Guess what? I was not planning on making this video. Hence, the hair looks the way it does. I look the way I do. And I thought, you know what? I had this deep need, make the video, make it now. Well, here I am, making the video right here for you now. Now you're gonna say, Claire, like where you been? What you been doing? And I'm gonna say, you know what? Life has been happening. And you're gonna go, yeah, I know that. Life just happens so fast. I look at the time and people were almost in December, and I think, what happened to this year? I had such great plans. And let me tell you, I over delivered on the things I thought I would deliver. And some of the things I didn't get to. Like we all have had that. We did more than we thought we would. Yet in some other fields, we didn't get to the things we actually wanted to. But we're human, and that's it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a quick video. Just really call to, nothing planned, nothing in the way of I need to think about this and give you 10 pieces of advice, nothing like that. It is speaking from the heart, it's speaking from Claire, it's speaking from who I am and how this year has been. And I want to tell you all that this has most probably been my biggest growth year. Today, I sit here, I'm 50, I hit my big 50. Yay! Our group name should change. But anyway, I hit it. And, for a lot of us, we often think to ourselves, oh, I don't want my age. I don't want people. I don't want to get older. Like, you know what? I truly celebrate this year with so much gratitude. This year's been incredible for me, with lots of highs and lows, but the lows have built the highs. It's so weird, but it's really been incredible, amazing. And I'm hoping that you can find your incredible, amazing through just listening to my message. There's incredible people on this group. And let me tell you something, each one, even if you've been sitting quietly and not saying a word and observing and just seeing what's going on, and they're getting a little post, or, your life matters. If you're watching this, it matters so much. I've learned a couple of things this year and I wanted to bring it home. I thought, what can I really give you as a coach, as a life coach, as a business coach, and now somebody who's deep into AI automations to really create a life on automation, that I have more freedom, that get to do more of the things I really want to do. And I thought, how do I share something like that with you? And I thought, well, let me start with the theme that seems to be coming up with all my clients, because it seems to go through like themes and phases of what people are needing. The theme is this year is, and what I'm noticing is, it is not life that happens that we get upset with. It is often how it happens and how we handle it. Now, before you think, wait, just hear me out. When you walked out your front door this morning and you looked up and you looked in the weather, what did you see? Was the sun out? Was it raining? In my case, it was windy, really cold. It suddenly started raining. Now I live in the Cape, and you know the Cape, where the 4 seasons in a day. You never know what you're going to get. There's always an umbrella, a costume, a towel, and a jacket in the car. That's just how it is here. But the thing about this is, we can't change the weather, and we don't want to change the weather. You've never thought about, oh, I want to control the weather. You just, you walk out and go, oh, it's raining, and I get my umbrella and off I go. Well, what often happens in life, and what I'm noticing in my life and everybody else's life that's coaching, is we tend to want to control life. But if I say to you, why did a specific branch fall out of a tree on a specific day, time, date, we wouldn't be able to answer. We will say, well, it fell out the tree. It doesn't matter why, right? Because that is how it is. But when an event happens in our life, we tend to go, why did it happen? What happened? Who's behind it? What's going on? We don't see it as a branch falling out of the tree or the weather. And our mind, what it does is it goes to that place trying to control, fix, figure out why, who, and it gets stuck in that loop. And here's the thing. We spend so much of our energy trying to why, who, where, what, that we kind of forget just to put on the raincoat or the umbrella and go and live the life. Isn't that ironic? But I thought, this is a message that sat deep with me and the clients we've been working with this year that have had phenomenal results, is When you can get to that place that life is just like, oh, I'm grabbing an umbrella, or I'm grabbing a jacket, or I'm grabbing my swimming costume. What happens is you start living life and you start finding a freedom in that life that you often thought like, oh wow, like I didn't quite get that at the time. And I think it comes with a little bit of age and a little bit of coaching and a little bit of what we're learning. And that, if you're on this group, you wanted to learn something, you wanted to be on a self-development path. Now, for a lot of my clients, what I also notice, because we're more the pleasers, the givers, the helpers, the wanting to please and give and just love and receive love. And but there's a little bit of hardship that comes with that life. And I'm going to tell you what it is. And it is for us kind of givers, pleasers, is we tend to make meaning in everything. And this is our path of learning. This is our path of growing. If you can stop making the meaning of the things happening to you. So, in other words, if you invested money, let's say, and you lost the money, what we would do is we would make it a meaning. Oh, that means this about me. Or somebody cut you off in traffic. Oh, that guy. And why did he do it to me? Or you make meaning in that person. Oh, he's such and such. Why would he do that? Can he not see he almost knocked over that child? And what we do is we criticize, maybe not meaningful, like it happens on automatic, but we do this thing in our head and it takes away from us. It takes away from our energy. It takes away from who we are as people. And let me tell you one thing. If you can stop making meaning of things and see it as a branch just falling out the tree or the weather, and it is just what it is, and I can only learn from it and be better. And yesterday doesn't exist. Whoa, that's a big one. Yesterday doesn't exist. Well, let me ask you this. I want you to go back to yesterday morning and I want you to change your breakfast to bacon and eggs. And you're going to say, I don't even eat bacon. Well, I just told you to go back to yesterday and change your breakfast. The realness of the situation, you can't, because yesterday doesn't exist anymore. You can't go back in time and change breakfast. We don't have a machine that does that. But our mind can do that. And because our mind can do that, we go and look for all the things, and we take all this energy and we get stuck there. If yesterday didn't exist and you had to do this simple technique and say, okay, this thing happened and I keep replaying this thing over and over, you can do this and say, well, I can't go back and change it because yesterday doesn't exist. What I can do is learn from it and hopefully not make the mistake again. We can hope. We might simply react and halfway through realize, oh, I'm doing the thing again, and stop and become better people. But what we can't do is we can't go back in time. Now, for the pleaser and giver, here's the problem. We're resentful. The pleaser and giver gives and gives and gives and gives to a time where they go like, I've had enough. I can't keep giving. I'm becoming resentful. I can't keep cleaning up after you. I can't be doing this thing anymore. And you know what? This is becoming tough. I have had enough. I want a break. I'm burning out. Resentment is one of the things that keep us back. But resentment is the thing that if you work through it, you come to a beautiful rainbow of a life that really is going to make life better for you. And these are the things that I've found, that if I do not go into the what if, the yesterday, if I do stop the judgment, I don't resent. It doesn't come. And when I do, I go into empathy, the thing that is given to us pleasers and givers as a free gift. I go into the empathy and I go and find empathy in the situation. Maybe the guy cut me off because his wife, he just heard, is sick and he's rushing to be by her side. Or maybe that person is just having a really bad day today and how can I make it a little easier? You see, when you come from a place of love rather than resentment, your life starts to change. There's so much value in what I gave you today that if you just implemented this into your life, no yesterday, treat every day like the weather, like conforming and not trying to control it, not resenting, but finding the empathy and love, using your strong points, you as the giver and pleaser, you as the person who is loving and always wanting to help others and wanting to receive that love. Then, my friends, you're going to have an amazing life. One more thing that I've totally want you to take home today with the giver pleaser journey is that it doesn't matter when somebody tries to tell you something. If you can be quiet and listen and not make the meaning in it. In other words, oh, it means they think this and this and this of my product. They mean this and this and this about me. If you can see that that person is there to try and help you, because they love you and they are trying to help you because they get to see something you cannot see. What happens is your life changes. I used to be a person that didn't want help. Why? Why didn't I want help? I don't know, because I just wanted to help, but it felt like people pointing out my things. It was never the case. People trying to help me. But that's the way I used to view it. And let me tell you something, if you can start accepting help from their love instead of your judgment, your life is going to change. And these are the big lessons I learned this year. The freedom that has come from that, I cannot tell you what it's done to my life. I cannot tell you how I love my home, my children, my friends, the people around me, how I'm dropping the resentment, how the hurt is just lifting like mist on a sunny day. It is making a big difference. And this is what I hope and pray for all of you, is if you're watching this today, go back and watch us 100 times. Find the message, because every time you listen to it, you'll hear something else. If you can implement these things into your life, you will have a life so rich and so happy that you will not know what to do with yourself. The journey is not changing the people and the world. The journey is changing inside here. When you get to change inside here, the journey, the people, the places, the situations start changing around you. And that I promise you, and I can tell you out of 50 years of experience of being in the deepest, darkest places in this world, that journey then is nothing like this journey now, because now I get to come from this inner place that is so strong, that is so happy, that I couldn't care if you're watching this and judging me, or watching this and going, yes, this is what I needed to hear, because it comes from a place of love. And I get that some people will listen to this not in a place of love, and that's okay. They too will get you when they start this inner journey. I want you to start your inner journey today. I want you to live this happy life. I want you to say, like I'm saying this year, right now sitting here, this has been my best year of my life. I've had a husband who died to cancer. I've had horrible relationships. I've had businesses that's done well. I've had businesses that have failed. I have had so much contrast in life. And let me tell you one thing. This has been my best year yet. Was it difficult? It was my most difficult year I've ever had. But it's been my best year yet. I am so proud of sitting in front of you going like, I am happy to share this. I'm happy to share this proud moment with you in saying this is what's waiting for you right here, right now. This, everything that you feel right now is waiting for you right now. I don't often know what to say on the videos. I have all this knowledge and I don't know how to get it out. Things I'm learning with my clients and things I'm giving over and courses I've done and things I want to help with. If you've got a burning desire or question, why don't you put it in this group? Why don't we take this group and we start building something incredible? Why don't we ask questions? Why don't we support each other? Why don't we build each other up? Why this quiet voice that sits in the back and just watches carefully, silently, that doesn't really, why don't you get out and do something and take what Claire, me, that I've taken this year and I've built this year. Do that for yourself. Do it for your family. Do it for your kids. Do it for your loved ones. You are worth it. And all of the times in your life that you said, I am not worthy or I'm not good enough, you know what? You are. It's time. This is the year that you start your life. This is the year that you start over. So I hope this message has helped somebody. If it just landed with one person with one of the many lessons in this, one lesson, then the video was well worth it. I hope and pray for the best Christmas of your life. peace, love, happiness. Exactly what you deserve. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.